6 miles north of Nazareth is a place called Zippori today, but in Jesus' time it was called Sepphoris.
This is just being built, when Jesus is growing up. If they live just 6 miles away, this will provide a wonderful opportunity for jobs. So today that's a debate in the academic world. Half of them are saying yes, Jesus and Joseph needed a job, they work there. Others would say no, Jesus and Joseph would be too much of a nationalists, Jews, to work for the Romans. And if you're building this Hellenized town, they will not feel comfortable to come in here. At this point, your opinion is good as any.
A little history will help here. Because Herod the Great kept tight control with his spies everywhere, everyone lived in fear, great oppression, and relative peace. But when Herod the Great died, riots broke out everywhere in Palestine. These Jewish freedom fighters were so filled with hatred for the Romans they would even kill peace-loving Jews. One such leader of the rebels, Judah the Galilean, broke into the king's armory near Sepphoris and used these weapons against Gentiles and the peace-loving Jews of Sepphoris within just a few years of Christ's birth. Sepphoris, governor of Syria, came through fighting the rebels to restore peace and sold all the inhabitants of Sepphoris into slavery. Needless to say, this kind of injustice to the peace-loving Jews of Sepphoris stirred all the more anger and hatred against the Romans. So when more Hellenized Jews had all the burnt homes rebuilt and moved in, it seems quite likely that the Jews of Nazareth would have nothing to do with them. This is the reason that, even though this is quite a controversial subject among scholars, my theory, Dr. Fleming's and Hananiah's, is that Jesus and Joseph wouldn't have anything to do with this place. Hananiah didn't admit it to all of us at the time, but I wiggled it out of him later. The New Testament doesn't mention anything of these Hellenized cities where Jewish mikvahs were found, and there were in Galilee many of these cities found with evidence of many, many Gentiles and some Hellenized Jews living among them. So it seems in an effort to reach his fellow Jews, Jesus not only for the most part kept separate from Gentiles during his ministry, but also from Hellenized Jews. And I should also mention that Jewish mikvahs, which I just referred to as being found in Sepphoris, were found wherever there were Jewish inhabitants because they were for ritual cleansing. Even the secular Hellenized Jews in the cities would have them, and they were supposed to be used in addition to normal cleansing, which was why this one was found at Gamla beside a bathtub. This ritual cleansing is obviously how the early church first originated its need for baptism by immersion, and I'll show more later about mikvahs as well as about Gamla.
This is what we consider today to be the house of Rabbi Yehuda Anasi. This is the rabbi who wrote the Mishnah. Mishnah is the oral law that was codified after the destruction of the temple. But we have lots of problems with that. We know that he lived in Sepphoris. We don't know that was his house. But we know that he was a man of strong influence with all the politicians and Rome and everything. A very strong representative for the Jews, so nothing would keep him from having this house. Our problem with this house is the image that we have in this house. The floors are totally pagan. Could it be that the rabbi was just a rich man that could afford and thought, well, why not? I have too many friends and too many visitors that are not Jews. But one of the things that we have in this house is toilet.